Good morning, SS1. Volleyball is a popular sport in Nigerian schools and on our beaches. Nigeria has competed in African Volleyball Championships, and the sport is played enthusiastically in schools across Lagos, Kano, Ibadan, and Enugu. Today we advance from the basics to master serving and spiking, the two most powerful offensive skills in volleyball. WAEC regularly examines the technique, rules, and strategy of these skills, so pay close attention. Quick review of basics. A volleyball team has 6 players. The net height is 2.43 meters for men and 2.24 meters for women in international competitions. Each team can touch the ball a maximum of 3 times before returning it over the net. A set is won by the first team to reach 25 points with a 2-point lead. Matches are best of 5 sets. The 5th set, if needed, is played to 15 points. The serve starts every rally. An effective serve puts the receiving team immediately under pressure. Let us study all serving techniques. Underhand serve. The ball is held in the non-dominant hand below the waist. The dominant hand swings forward in a pendular motion to strike the ball. This is the beginner serve, easy to control but easy for opponents to receive. Most secondary school players learn this first. Overhand, or float, serve, the most important serve you will learn at SS level. The ball is tossed 30 to 50 centimeters above the hitting shoulder. The hitting arm reaches up and strikes the center of the ball with a flat, open palm, with a no-wrist snap. This lack of spin causes the ball to float unpredictably in the air, making it very difficult to receive. Wind affects a float serve, making it move in unexpected directions. This is the most widely taught serve in Nigerian secondary schools. Topspin serve, like the float serve but with a sharp wrist snap as the ball is struck. This puts forward spin on the ball, making it drop faster and more steeply. It is harder to control than the float serve but is more aggressive and can be served faster. Jump serve. The server tosses the ball high, 2 to 3 meters, and takes 2 or 3 approach steps before jumping and attacking the ball at the peak of the jump, similar to a spike. This is the most powerful serve. Used by professional and national team players. Very difficult to master in secondary school. Jump float serve, a jump serve with a flat open palm contact, combining the height of a jump serve with the unpredictable float. Increasingly common in modern volleyball. Service areas and rules. The server stands behind the end line, baseline. The server may stand anywhere along the width of the court behind the end line. After serving, the server may enter the court. If the serve touches the net but lands in the opponent's court, it is legal since 1999 rule change. A serve that lands out of bounds or in the net is a fault, the opponent scores a point. Service targets, servers aim for. The back corners, hardest to receive. Gaps between receivers. Short in the front zone, to catch the libero off guard. Targeting the weakest passer on the opposing team. The spike is the most exciting skill in volleyball, a powerful jump and swing that sends the ball downward into the opponent's court at high speed. It is also called an attack hit. Let us break it down step by step. Approach footwork. The approach generates the momentum for a powerful jump. For a right-handed spiker. For step approach, left-right, or right-left for the jump. The last 2 steps are the most important. The penultimate, second to last, step is a long stride that transfers forward momentum, and the final step is a quick, short step that converts horizontal speed into vertical jump height. Both feet land together on the last step, and the arms swing back explosively to assist the upward jump. Arm swing mechanics. 1. Non-hitting arm reaches upward toward the ball to guide the approach. 2. Hitting arm draws back with the elbow high, this is called loading. 3. As you reach maximum jump height, the hitting arm accelerates forward. 4. Contact is made at full arm extension above and slightly in front of the body. 5. The wrist snaps forward and downward at contact, directing the ball steeply into the opponent's court. 6. The follow-through continues downward and across the body. Types of attack hits. Line attack, spiking the ball down the line, down the sideline closest to the hitter. Straight, direct, powerful. Cross-court attack, angle hitting the ball diagonally to the opposite corner. More area to aim at, harder for blockers to anticipate. Tip with dink/roll shot, softly pushing the ball just over the blockers into an open area of the court. Effective when the block is well positioned. Back row attack, attacking from behind the attack line, 3-meter line. Back row players may spike but must take off from behind this line. Attack zones, the net is divided into zones for tactical purposes. Zones 1 to 6 are standard, Zone 4 is left front, Zone 3 is middle front, Zone 2 is right front, the most common attack positions. The spike is countered by the block, defenders at the net jump to deflect or stop the spike before it enters their court. Understanding blocking is essential for understanding attack strategy. Single block, one player jumps to block. Used when there is only one blocker in position. Double block, two players coordinate to jump together and present a larger barrier. This is the most common at SS and university level. Triple block, all three front row players attempt to block simultaneously. Used against a particularly dominant spiker. Blocking technique. Start in an athletic position, knees bent, elbows up, hands at face height. Read the setter's body and eyes to predict where the set will go. Move laterally to the ball using a shuffle step or crossover step. Time the jump to be at maximum height when the attacker contacts the ball. Hands reach over the net, angled slightly downward into the opponent's court. Arms close inward, pressing, to prevent the ball from going between the hands or over the wrist. Game reading, volleyball IQ. Watch the setter to anticipate which hitter will receive the ball. Note the attacking tendencies of opponents, do they prefer line or angle? Communicate constantly, call mine for receives, mine or directional calls for setting. After a kill or winning spike, celebrate briefly, then immediately reset. Let us prepare for WAEC examination questions on serving and spiking. Question 1. Describe the technique of the overhand float serve. Answer. The server stands behind the end line and tosses the ball 30 to 50 centimeters above the hitting shoulder. The arm reaches upward and strikes the center of the ball with a flat, open palm with no wrist snap. The absence of spin causes the ball to float unpredictably in the air, making it difficult for the receiving team to control. The serve must land within the opponent's court to be legal. Question 2. What is a spike in volleyball and what are its key technical phases? Answer. A spike, an attack hit, is a powerful offensive skill where a player jumps and hits the ball sharply downward into the opponent's court. Key phases. 1. Approach, a 3 or 4-step run to generate momentum. 2. Jump, explosive 2-footed takeoff from the last 2 approach steps. 3. Loading, drawing the hitting arm back with elbow high. 4. Arm swing, accelerating the arm forward to contact the ball at maximum height. 5. Wrist snap, snapping the wrist at contact to direct the ball downward. Question 3. State 3 rules governing the serve in volleyball. Answer. 1. The server must stand behind the end line when serving. 2. If the serve touches the net and lands in the opponent's court, it is a legal serve. 3. If the serve lands out of bounds or in the net, a fault is called and the opponent scores a point. Question 4. What is the difference between a line attack and a cross-court attack? Answer. A line attack hits the ball straight down the sideline nearest the hitter, direct but predictable for experienced blockers. A cross-court attack hits the ball diagonally to the far corner, offering a larger target area and making it harder for blockers to position correctly. Question 5. What is a double block and when is it used? Answer. A double block is when 2 front row players coordinate to jump simultaneously at the net to block an opponent's spike. It is used when the setter delivers the ball to a front row attacker and both adjacent blockers can reach the ball in time. A double block presents a wider barrier than a single block, reducing the attacker's angle choices. Volleyball demands coordination, teamwork, and sharp tactical thinking. Practice your float serve and 4-step approach until they become automatic. Whether playing on a beach in Lagos or in a WAEC practical examination, these skills will serve you well. Powered by Lightech Academy, academy.lightech.com.ng. NERDC-approved SS1 Physical Education.